Shaquille O'Neal and Dikembe Mutombo on the opening tip, controlled by Tyrone Hill. And in talking with Larry Brown earlier, he'd like to see more from Tyrone Hill. Iverson on the step back. And it slapped out of bounds. Bryant tried to save it, but he stepped out. It will be 76er ball. The 76ers during the regular season, 29-12 here at home. A season that saw them go 56-26 on top of the East, the #1 seed, and fell off the last 2 months of the season. A host of injuries hitting the Sixers. Different story for the Lakers, who came on strong following the All-Star break and just a so-so first half. Here's Aaron McKee. And Rick Fox will take it for the offense for the first time for the Lakers. Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant in the backcourt, Shaquille O'Neal, Horace Grant, and Rick Fox up front.
Let's see if they go in early to Shaq to try to get him involved here on the road. Normally it's been Shaq taking a back seat to that man right there, Kobe, on the road, as Kobe takes the first shot.
And Kobe Bryant has, as he discussed with Jim Gray just prior to the game, been very successful away from home. Horace Grant wide open. Back comes Aaron McKee. Iverson being played aggressively here at the start by Fisher. Behind the back to Mutombo. Yes.
What a big boost that would be if Mutombo can hit that little baseline jumper. We've seen McCullough do it. We've seen Geiger do it. That brings Shaq out of the lane.
O'Neal starting deep. Here's Shaq, draws the foul. McKee coming over to help out, picked it up.
Anytime you get dribble penetration in the lane, Shaquille O'Neal is always going to be there to look to block the shot. And the smart thing, Mutombo slides out and gives him a nice passing lane, and he's able to knock in the jump shot. And then you get Shaq to take a tough shot, and there's Aaron McKee reaching in for the foul. Be interesting here to see how Shaq gets started on the road shooting his free throws. That could be very, very important come the fourth quarter.
Shaq has had his problems first couple of games, 4 of 10 in game 2, although he was just sensational in the 98-89 win in LA on Friday. But 10 of 22 from the line in game 1, and that really hurt the Lakers in the overtime loss. But he opens up by getting his first 2. Gone by, and the game is tied at 2. Iverson leaving his way. Iverson able to penetrate.
How did he do that?
Rick Fox being played by Jermaine Jones. Kobe Bryant, yes.
He was out here an hour before the game taking that shot. I watched him, got down in the post, shot that little fadeaway jump shot. So it's no accident he knocks it in on his first jumper from that baseline.
Kobe Bryant grew up in the suburbs about 15 minutes away from downtown Philadelphia. Iverson. Kobe says he's been getting calls from a number of friends who went to high school with him, asking for tickets. The ball will go back to the 76ers. Kobe says, no chance, they're all Sixer fans.
Little unforced error there by Derek Fisher. Took his eye off the ball just goes out of bounds. And those are the kind of turnovers that the Lakers do not want to commit.
Iverson getting to the offense early. Another assist for Iverson. Mutombo with his second field goal.
The game plan is keep Iverson going to his left. Oh, he's so quick. He can still get back to the right.
Here's Grant. Mutombo on the box out.
Horace Grant has had a tough time finishing shots in this series, Mark.
Little stutter step by Iverson. Tyrone Hill posting. And the tip by Mutombo.
Dikembe off to a great start. 6 of the first 8 points. He has an offensive rebound, a dunk, a little jump shot, so he's mixing his game up really well here in this first period.
Shaq able to get terrific position. Just impossible to stop when he's that deep.
Well, when he shoots his free throw well, he is more patient down there. If he doesn't shoot his free throws well, he gets a little anxious sometimes, quick shoots it so he doesn't get fouled.
Iverson. Allen Iverson taking advantage of the overplay by Derek Fisher, who whipped right by him. So the Sixers now lead 10-6. Last touch by Hill.
Well, as Kobe drove, he actually ran into the back of Shaquille O'Neal, sort of knocked him off balance on that play. Larry Brown talked earlier to us today, Mark, you got a defensive rebound. On the road, you can't give the Lakers second shots.
Sixer ball.
This has got to be so tough on Kobe Bryant. You know his competitive spirit, that he wants to make his mark early. Gets it low, you see the foot just slips out from underneath him. So Kobe has really got to channel his energy here the right way. More on defense right now than offense.
Iverson. Allen Iverson getting good shot opportunities here at the start. Not the case in Game 2 on Friday. Larry Brown telling us he was not looking for screens. O'Neal with a beautiful jumper from just inside the free throw strike.
Well, Shaq's off to a great start also. A couple jump hooks, or a jump hook, a jump shot, and 2 free throws.
6 points for Shaq. And the Sixers up by 2. Just underway. Game 3 of this NBA Final Series. And a foul. And it's Salvatore calling it on Shaquille O'Neal.
Now, one of the things, Shaquille has a tendency sometimes to get a little bit frustrated on the road with fouls. He gets the ball in the lane, a little turn over that right shoulder, really doesn't shoot it, just sort of squirts it up there. Now here is the foul as Dikembe comes across with that sweeping hook. Shaq gets the foul, and again, Marv, when Jim Gray was talking to Phil Jackson before the game, he said, there's one thing I'm concerned about with Shaq. If he gets some fouls, or if he gets a couple 3 seconds calls, that he doesn't allow that to frustrate him. He has a tendency sometimes on the road for that to happen. Shaq must keep his composure here. As when we look at Mutombo's numbers, you know, we've talked about the brilliance of Shaq, but if they get these kind of numbers from Dikembe and get the bench help that our people talked about in the Showtime, well, you know what? They've got a great chance to win today. If McCullough and Geiger come in and help them off that bench.
Todd McCullough did a terrific job. Game 2, Matt Geiger 5 for 7 from the field in Game 1. Kobe Bryant with his second field goal. So the game is tied at 10. We played 5 minutes of the first. Jones has been quiet. Mutombo. And Shaq looking to lead the break. Here's McKee back. Shaq takes all the way. Shaq lost the rebound. Well, we saw Shaq lead the break successfully back in Game 1. Here's Iverson. Rebound Grant. When do you see a guy run the floor at 7-1 that effectively?
I have never seen it. I also saw Aaron McKee get really smart and get out of his way and not take the charge. He was back there, and as courageous as he is, he said, you know what, I don't think I'm ready to quite take this charge yet. Normally when Shaq gets in the middle, he likes to pass. Here he's going 1-on-3. There's Aaron McKee sort of backs away. The impressive thing about that, the second effort to almost get the basketball back, but these are the kind of plays the Sixers thrive on. Allen Iverson was up shooting a jump shot before he could blink.
Shaquille O'Neal now 3 for 3 at the line. He was fouled by Tyrone Hill. So the good start by Shaq, and the Lakers lead by 1. Free throw stroke looking very impressive here at the start for Shaquille O'Neal after the struggle the first 2 games. Iverson putting the move on Fisher. Oh, he saves the pass. Shot clock down to 5. Iverson. Yes. He thought he took a little shove. Was looking for the foul call.
You know, we talk about his speed and quickness. Mark, that upper body strength on that play. He got bumped and was able to finish that shot and score. That was not an easy basket.
The game is tied at 12. Iverson with 6 points on 3 of 7 shooting. Beautiful pass from Shaq, and Fox gets the roll. Shaquille O'Neal, a splendid passer. In fact, in game 2, 9 assists for Shaq.
Well, Larry Brown cannot be happy about that. He's going to take a timeout. But how many times, Marv, in the first 2 games have we seen the ball go in the post and Shaq make a great pass?
Both teams remain the same following the timeout. Lakers 14, 76ers 12, 5:20 remaining. In this first quarter, McKee thought that he had Jones going the other way. So the ball back to Los Angeles.
When we talked to Larry Brown before the game, he said Aaron McKee has got to look to penetrate more and look to get in the lane. Right now he's looking to pass. He had Kobe beat on that play and threw a bad pass. He's got to look to score here, Marv.
And Aaron McKee playing with that chip fracture of the right ankle. Once again, the give and go, but Fox not able to put it down. He thought he was hit. Now McKee, back for Iverson. Fox picks him up on the switch. Fox doing a good job defensively, makes Iverson give it up. Here's Jones for 3. Jermaine Jones. From downtown, Jermaine Jones in the starting lineup due to the injury that was suffered by George Lynch. But he's been very quiet the first 2 games. Here's Fisher firing. So Derek Fisher getting the pick. Able to come right back, and the Lakers lead by 1.
Well, Derek Fisher, after the Game 1 nightmare, came out in Game 2, was terrific, hit the big shot late that we talked about. More importantly, his defense was excellent on Iverson. Look where Iverson has caught the ball now, how far away from the basket he is.
And here comes Grant on a double to help. Sixers try to take advantage. Tyrone Hill rejected by O'Neal. And now Shaq getting down deep. It counts in the foul. What a sensational sequence for Shaq. First the block, then the hustle, able to get terrific position, and now he's headed to the line.
Well, the dominance of Shaquille O'Neal. Remember, he blocked 8 shots in Game 2, which was an NBA Finals record. But look where he runs, right into the middle of the paint and just sets himself down, gets it so deep that there's nothing the defense can do. You've got to meet him at the foul line. Tyrone Hill ran right beside him. Mark, you got to bump him. You got to start trying to slow him down. You get him that deep in the lane, you can't guard him.
Well, Hill picked up the foul a second. He will set. Matt Geiger hearing it from the crowd. Matt, not one of the more popular athletes here in the city of Philadelphia this season. Hit by a number of injuries. Could be a lane violation. Let's see. Danny Crawford blowing the whistle. Yes. Matt Geiger stepped in. Shaq will get another opportunity.
Now, all these things add up. You play a close game, you can't give the team extra opportunities. Matt Geiger comes right in the game and makes a mistake. That's why the Sixer fans get down on him. Now, if he hits 5 jumpers like he did in Game 1, they'll be the first one to cheer him. But he's got to perform here. They need him, especially with Tyrone Hill playing so poorly right now, Mark.
So the Lakers now lead by 3. Eric Snow has also checked in for the first time, being guarded by Kobe. And Larry Brown going with the 3-guard set with McKee, Iverson, and Snow. Shot clock is down to 4. Geiger with 1 on the 24, lost it to Bryant. Here's Kobe going at Snow. And back come the Sixers. Iverson for 3.
I'm not sure that Larry Brown wants that quick a shot from the 3-point line. He doesn't mind Iverson taking 40 shots like he did in Game 1. And Marvin wants him in a situation where the team has a chance to rebound and there's some balance. And if he misses, that they can get back on defense. The other night, some quick shots. The Lakers had 25 fast break points.
There's Fisher. Iverson felt that he was shoved by the left hand of Derek Fisher, and Fisher with his second field goal to give the Lakers a 20-15 advantage.
I think Aaron McKee, now guarded by Fox, has got to get involved in this game. They've got to free him up, see if he can get to the foul line or get a score.
Mutombo goes to the hook. Dikembe Mutombo, through the course of the playoff run, has really picked up his offense. That's 8 points for Mutombo in this first quarter. Here's Bryant giving it back. Fox open for 3. Rick Fox has been off, had a good opening game, did not play well in Game 2. Iverson, a blow, whipping by Fisher. Look out. And it is Philadelphia ball off the turnover by the the Lakers. Matt Geiger will throw in. Iverson getting the screen from Mutombo. Try to feed it back to Mutombo because he saw Shaq making a move in his direction. Last touched by the Lakers. And the Sixers stay with a three-guard set. McKee, Snow, Iverson, the big man Mutombo, and Geiger. At 5 as it's recovered by Snow. Here's Geiger. Matt Geiger usually likes to go glass from that angle. Here's the excellent touch. And Geiger hits on his first attack.
Early in the year, he would have caught that ball, fumbled it, felt no kind of pressure. Goes to L.A., makes a couple shots, comes home. He's got some confidence.
Lakers up by, the Sixers up by 1, and a foul is called.
Wow, Shaquille just turned and blasted into Mutombo. Larry Brown saying that's got to be a foul. You can't dislodge. Let's watch Mutombo now. Watch as Shaq turns here right there. You cannot allow the big man to get his arm out. If he gets that arm out and dislodges, you've got to call an offensive foul. There's no way Dikembe can hold his position there. Actually, Shaq got his elbow almost up into his throat.
Instead of foul on Geiger. Shaq has had the touch. 5 for 6 at the line. Remember back in game 1, 10 of 22 from the foul line for Shaquille O'Neal, 4 for 10 on Friday night.
I think Shaq is the toughest guy in the NBA referee. And what I mean by that, Mark, he's so big and he's so strong. What is incidental contact in a normal move, and when is he getting an advantage? I think it's almost virtually impossible to tell.
Well, that goes both ways. Here's Mutombo. Rebounded by O'Neal because he talked to Shaq, and he feels, and justifiably so, that people take shots at him because he's so big. Sometimes there is a perception that, hey, that's not a foul. He does get hammered. Fisher, and on the other hand, he gives out quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Look out, Fox. Able to knock it away from Iverson, coming from the blind side, but it will be Sixer ball.
It is so noisy in here. Iverson cannot hear the defense coming in behind him. You've got to be yelling. You got a man coming in from behind you so you protect the basketball, but I don't even think that if the Sixers could yell that loud right now that he could hear them.
Minute 20 remaining in this first quarter. Again, Mutombo sets the pick. Iverson. Yes. Good job by Dikembe Mutombo.
This guy has to work so hard for every shot. That's why he needs layups and free throws. Marby's taking 10 shots in this period. He's had to work for every one of them.
10 points, 3 assists for Iverson. Geiger called for the foul. That will put Fisher at the line.
The Lakers are going to force Iverson to his left. You see just a little bump there by Mutombo as he frees up Iverson to shoot that jump shot. And then here is the foul. Once again, that dribble penetration. When you get in the lane there, you get yourself in trouble. And Matt Geiger reached in and fouled Derek Fisher, who will go to the line for 2.
Derek Fisher, a guy who's made it back from that stress fracture in his right foot, played only 20 games in the regular season and has played exceptionally well in the playoff run. He said just a couple of weeks ago, at one point, he was close to writing off the entire season. Said he was getting frustrated. He was 1 day away from deciding to sit out the rest of the year before he started to make his way back with 20 games left. Fox with the steal. Overthrows. Bryant with the save. No, he stepped out. Stepped out of bounds.
Well, Phil Jackson very unhappy with Rick Fox. At home, Mark, you can take a few chances. On the road, ball possession is so vital. The risk reward in that pass is not there. Fox has got to hold that back and they can get another shot.
The game is tied at 23. 35 seconds left. First quarter. Mutombo. And it's a 3-second violation.
Shaq is so big, you can't dislodge him. Dikembe cannot get his shoulder in him and move him. What happens is Shaq actually knocks him off balance. He loses control of his footwork there and just used up the 3 seconds in the lane.
Each team with 4 turnovers. 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Here's the double on O'Neal. 5 on the 24. Down to 3, 2. O'Neal. It counts. Just did. Now wait a moment. The outside official, Bob Delaney, calling Bennett Salvatore, Dan Crawford over. The initial indication was yes, it was good. That call made by Dan Crawford, who had the angle to our right. You can hear the reaction from individual fans sitting behind our broadcast location. And it appears that the basket does count with 2 8/10 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Marv, let's see if it did count. Then they'll probably have to reset some time on the clock, so they'll go back to see what the differential is to see if they lost some time. So it'll go to 5-5. So that's the discussion there, that he did score, and now they get 2 7/10 more on the clock.
All right, here's Snow hustling down and draws the foul. It's a foul to give. So 2 2/10 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Well, Larry Brown's still very upset at referee Bob Delaney, feeling that shot should not have counted. He's got to put that behind him right now, though. His team needs it, and they got a chance here to get a score at the end of the quarter. And if they do, they'll be tied at the end of 1. This is a big possession here for them, given the momentum going into the quarter.
Geiger, yes! As the second quarter gets underway, Robert Horry, Brian Shaw have checked in for the first time. 7 ties, 7 lead changes in the opening quarter. Shaw handling against Snow. Shaw, Fisher, and Bryant in a 3-guard set for the Lakers, along with Horry and O'Neal. The play by Mutombo to knock it away. Here comes Snow. Last touched by the Lakers.
One of the things to look for, Marv, as this game continues to go, Philadelphia is a team that lives on that free throw line. They average almost 21 points a game in the regular season at the line. 0 for 2 in the first period. The Lakers 7 of 9. That free throw line is important to the Sixers' success.
And the foul is called. Matt Geiger with the offensive foul, and that's a quick 3 on Geiger.
Let's see if he moves. He does. He sort of sticks his backside out there to try to bump off. Now watch, if it's a normal move, they'll let you get away with it. If you turn and try to create more space than you normally would, they'll call it. Now that is a big foul. Geiger was playing well, and Tyrone Hill has not played well. So now the pressure is on Jermaine Jones as they've gone to a small lineup.
Bryant kept alive by Horry, and Jones is on it. He thought he was fouled as the Lakers get it back. Shaw for 3. Matt Geiger played 4 minutes, committed 3 fouls, sits down with Jones making his return. Iverson is fouled by Fisher. So for Derek Fisher, his first foul.
Well, as Larry Brown starts to go to his bench, that has been one of the keys in this series. The Lakers' bench has not played nearly as well. Mutombo, was that Aaron McKee has hurt his hand. Let's take a look to see how this occurred. Right there, you see him jam. It looked like his right thumb goes up against Kobe Bryant. Just what the Sixers need, another injury. They've been the walking wounded. Aaron McKee's got a chip fracture in his ankle. He's got a sore shoulder. He's got a sore knee. Now he's got a sore hand.
And Roger Bell has come out. Here's Iverson. Yes! Beautiful step-back jumper by Allen Iverson. 6 of 11. 12 points. And the Sixers lead 27-25. Nice move by Fisher to set it up for O'Neal. Fisher back on it. Here's Fisher. Fouled by Jones.
Well, that's what Derek Fisher does. He gets you all those loose balls. Allen Iverson is just showing us the whole package here to get open today. Running on that baseline, he runs. Robert Horry gets him in the air, takes his time and knocks in that jump shot. So he's got big guys running at him, small guys trying to keep him from catching it. But this guy's spirits just don't get dampened. He just keeps coming at you with a relentless assault.
Well, you can log on to NBA.com to make your own in-progress highlight reel of the finals with my highlights. Check out All Access on NBA.com for a behind-the-scenes look at these NBA finals on NBA.com.
Mara talking about the bench a while ago. The 76ers in Game 1, bench 29-15, 31-19 in Game 2. That has been big. They've averaged 30 points a game off the bench. They're going to need that today as well.
Iverson. Good job again by Mutombo. Then Bryant over to knock it away. Horry being played by Jones. Shaq now at the high post. O'Neal taking it to the rim. Shaw with the offensive ball.
See, Tyrone Hill's not in the game as we see Shaw shoot the open jumper. Finally a rebound. Philly's gone to a small lineup here because Larry Brown does not trust Tyrone Hill. They got to rebound the ball.
Right drop Bell. Three-point attempt by Bell. Lakers and Sixers tied at 27. Lakers have missed their last 5 shots. Here's Bell helping out on O'Neal. Frees up Horry. Yes, a 3 for Robert Horry, who has been a terrific playoff performer throughout his career.
Well, he's been big in the last couple series, especially with Horace Grant struggling. He comes in and he gives him a guy that can shoot from distance, as we saw there. Who's going to score here now for Philadelphia?
Well, Mutombo comes up short. 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Game 3 of this best-of-7 NBA final series. Kobe Bryant with a beautiful stroke over Roger Bell. Kobe been quiet. Only 6 points for Bryant. And the Lakers now lead by 5. Eric Snow. That is his first field goal.
Well, you can see the game plan on Eric Snow. When he comes off the screen, they're going to go way underneath it and force him to shoot jump shots. He's going to have to make that shot.
Bryant, yes. So Kobe's hit 2 in a row, and the Lakers lead 34-29.
I really like what Kobe did. He was energetic and hyper early in the game. He's gotten a little tired. He's calmed himself down. Now he's looking for his offense. Those last 2 shots were very smooth.
And the Lakers now in the midst of a 9-2 run. And it's Salvatore with the call to back up Kobe's point that we mentioned earlier, that all of his high school friends are rooting for the Sixers. Kobe's parents were inspired to give him that name, Kobe, by the Kobe Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar, a restaurant located some 12 miles away from his old high school. And that restaurant has now been renamed the Answer Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar, at least during the NBA Finals, I'm told.
Well, you can see the chess match here now with the coaches. Shaq goes down to rest. Phil Jackson gives him a little time. Immediately, Todd McCullough comes into the game to give Mutombo some rest. You see right now, Larry Brown recognized he needs some offense. Maybe McCullough can do that for him. Rest Mutombo with Shaq sitting.
Lakers with a 34-29 lead. And Kobe Bryant is on fire. 10 points for Kobe. He is 5 for 9. He's hit his last 3 shots.
You see, that's the luxury the Lakers have. Shaq can rest, and Kobe can take over offensively. This man right now with the basketball, the Lakers are going to send everybody at him.
Iverson blocked from behind by Horry.
There's nobody else out there to score. I mean, right now it's Allen Iverson. Aaron McKee coming back into the game with his thumb now taped up. But look at it, everybody's coming over. Horry comes away from the other side of the floor, chases him and follows him to the baseline and blocks his shot. Lou is in the game now. He's going to try to keep him from catching the ball, use all kind of energy, and just try to wear him down a little bit. But the Sixers have got to find a way to score him.
First appearance for Tyronn Lue, who did the good job defensively against Iverson in Game 1. Snow foul, nice move. Eric Snow going to his left and able to draw the foul. It's on Grant. Horace trying to help out. So Snow will go to the line. We'll check in with Lewis Johnson.
All right, Marv, thanks a lot. Well, here's an update. McKee, who suffered a sprain Just a few moments ago, Lenny Courier, who is the Philadelphia trainer, probably the busiest trainer in the world, has been busy putting tape on McKee's ankle throughout this series, but now he's put it on his thumb. He has a sprained thumb, and we're told that he is available to come back in the game. Mark?
All right, thank you, Lewis. Just added to the medical resume of Aaron McKee.
Well, you know, your legs start your shot. He's got a chip fracture in the ankle, and you got to have that right hand and thumb to be able to shoot the basketball. That's on his shooting hand, so now he's going to have a tough time getting lift, and he's got a sprained thumb on his shooting hand. Things are not getting any easier for Aaron McKee.
And a double technical call with Allen Iverson and Tyronn Lue trash talking. Tyronn standing in for Kobe Bryant. They had a little session at the end of Game 2 on Friday night with Allen and Kobe exchanging verbal barbs.
Well, Allen Iverson's got to be careful now. The next technical, he gets ejected. You know, Tyronn Lue would love that trade-off.
5 minutes gone by in the second. Here's Kobe. Yes. He's hit his last 4. 12 points for Bryant. And the Lakers have their biggest lead of the night.
Well, he's in such a rhythm right now. He's really slowed down and playing at a nice pace.
Iverson. Rebounded by Shaw.
Mark, you see that, though? The minute Iverson put the ball on the floor, Robert Horry went running, or excuse me, it was Horace Grant that time, went running over just to force him to shoot a jump shot.
Here's Kobe. Yes! 5 straight for Kobe Bryant, and the Lakers lead by 10. So Kobe 7 of 11, 14 points. All right, the official Dan Crawford with the explanation as Allen Iverson and Tyronn Lue had some words. So Kobe Bryant step over, got in a couple of shots, some body blows, and then left.
Well, and Aaron McKee comes back and hits a jumper. And the first thing you saw in that timeout, he took the tape off his thumb. It is so difficult to try to shoot with that thumb taped up. He said, you know what? It's sore. I just got to live with the pain if I'm going to try to make some jump shots.
It's a 15-5 run for the Lakers. Shaquille O'Neal is back on the floor. Kobe Bryant, the last 10 points for Los Angeles. 5:40 to go in this first half. Shaw able to knock it away from Snow. Here's Lue with Mutombo back. Mutombo did not come out. And Tyronn Lue hits the open jumper.
Are those the kind of plays that just kill the 76ers? You're trying to get back into it. You get a defensive stop. You turn it over, and they get a little easy jump shot. You've got to take care of the ball this last 5.5 minutes, Mark. Get back in the game.
Lakers have a 10-point lead. Snow, yes.
Probably a lot of people watching saying the Sixers have them right where they want them right now. Down 8 here with 5 minutes to go. This is when they're at their best.
76ers winning Game 1 in stunning fashion in Los Angeles in overtime, providing a scare in the fourth quarter against the Lakers in Game 2. Lakers able to pull it out. Here's Bryant, Kobe Bryant again. A sensational first half for Kobe. 12 of his 16 points have come here in the second quarter, and one stretch hit 10 straight for the Lakers. 76ers trailing by 10. Iverson, yes.
Marv, I don't know how he plays at this kind of pace. He works so hard. Tyronn Lue bumped him almost all the way out to the hash mark, and he back cut, caught the ball, and still was able to score. I don't know where he gets all this energy.
14 for Iverson. Now McKee defending against Bryant. McKee getting a piece of it. Shot clock at 4. Bryant. Oh, Kobe Bryant over Aaron McKee, who did about everything you could ask for defensively.
Kobe sort of looked over like, nah, they got nothing for me today.
Kobe's in his last 7 shots. Snow has picked it up. He's now 3 for 3 from the field, and the Lakers lead 46-38.
Well, Eric Snow gets so many open shots because of all the focus on Allen Iverson, so he's got to knock that shot down.
Horry shaking off Iverson. Low for three. Teron Lue with a couple of jumpers, one from two-point range, and now from downtown, and the Lakers lead 49-38. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Iverson. Mutombo with the rebound and foul. Horry looking to knock it away. And Doug, the Lakers have been sizzling in this first half. They are 19 of 34 from the field, 56%, and they converted on 10 of their last 11 shots.
Well, again, we're going to talk about closing out quarters. I'm sure that Phil Jackson has talked to his team here. We got about 3 minutes to go in this half. We've got a 9-point cushion. We want to build on it. And what happens? Teron Lue pushes off on Iverson, who does a nice little acting job to get the attention of the official. But these are the kind of turnovers that the Lakers do not want to commit here with this lead. Here's Iverson and Lue. You can see the little bump. Now, there's been a whole lot more contact going on today. But, you know, those guys were jawing at each other. They both got technical fouls. And what do the referees do? They clean it up real fast. They won't allow that to go once those guys start jawing at each other.
Teron Lue has played well. Third season in the NBA out of Nebraska. Originally a first-round draft pick of the Denver Nuggets. Injury hit last year. Appeared in only 8 games. Sat out a good portion of this year on the injured list. And then Phil Jackson made the decision to put him on the playoff roster. Oh, the rejection, stopping Snow, and last touched by the Sixers.
Well, Shaq made a great play. Larry Brown is very unhappy. He thought it was a foul, but the referee ruled that Snow jumped in to Shaq to draw the foul. Shaq gets the block shot. The ball goes off Snow. And it seems like the Sixers, every time they get a chance, they just can't complete a play.
Second block for Shaquille, who had 8 in game 2, tying an NBA Finals record. Shot clock at 4. Horry. Lue able to keep it alive. Teron Lue, who goes 6 foot, gets it into Shaquille O'Neal, and a foul, late whistle that the Sixers object to.
Well, on the second shot opportunity, look where Shaq catches this ball. Look how close he is to the basket. Mutombo goes up. You see he did hit him on the wrist. The frustration of the Philly fans now feeling the whistle was late. It was definitely a foul. Watch him as he hits him right there on the forearm as Shaq is not able to finish the play.
First foul on Mutombo. Shaquille is now 7 of 8 at the line.
Everything is going right here in this first half for the Lakers. They have 50 points, so the pace of the game is good. Shaq is making his free throws. Shaq got him off to a great start. Kobe held them together in the second period. And other than Allen Iverson, the Sixers are struggling to find offense. Somebody's got to come to the forefront and help them score.
And you look at the numbers, Doug, it's not that the Sixers are shooting badly. They're right around the 50% mark. They're not getting to the foul line.
Absolutely. That free throw line mark, they get 21 points a game there.
Last touched by the Lakers with just under 2 minutes remaining. In this first half, the Lakers now lead by the score of 51-40. This represents their biggest lead of the night. Snow bothered by Bryant. There's Snow. Eric Snow just did beat that 24-second shot clock.
Kobe's size coming from behind Snow bothered him, Marv. He could feel Kobe behind him.
O'Neal with the drop step move. We got here O'Neal, 5 for 9 for the field, 8 of 9 for the line. He has 18 points, and for the second straight game, the combination of Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal has produced.
Now watch this, just a little bump there, and it just sort of rocks Mutombo back. It's very difficult. You see he can't jump because Shaq is taking his legs away with that little bump. Shaq's starting to get that little swagger in his run now. He's feeling real good about his game. He has been terrific these entire 2.5 games of the finals.
Play was stopped to adjust or readjust the shot clock. Coming up on 1 minute remaining in the first half. Snow, yes, and a count.
McKee, and Iverson, three of the tougher perimeter players in the game, but he just keeps coming back for more. This time he jumps into Robert Horry, gets the kind roll, and the three-point play opportunity now. It's like the 76ers have a chance to cut this to 10. Well, if they get a couple stops and a couple scores, if they would go down 6 or 8, I mean, into the halftime down 6 or 8, they'd have to be very happy with the way that Kobe and Shaq have played here today.
Snow playing with that stress fracture in his incredibly back in Game 5 against the Milwaukee Bucks, playing with that fractured ankle. 7 of 9 from the field, 27 minutes, hit the game winner with a half minute remaining, had the game winner of the overtime victory against the Lakers in Game 1. All right, here's Bryant getting inside. Kobe Bryant with 20 points, and the Lakers lead by 12.
Well, it started out with jump shots. Now he's getting in the lane. He's mixing his game up beautifully.
Continues to do a good job against Allen Iverson. He is the mirror image of Iverson.
Well, he's got one thought in mind. Don't let Iverson catch the ball. If he does, make him catch it real far away from the basket and make him take a tough shot and then keep him off the foul line.
6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. They would call Tyronn Lue a shadow. that's all he's been doing. Mutombo on the tip as Hill missed the initial shot. Final seconds of this first half. And Lue is hit on the reach-in by Snow. That's the foul to give. So 3 1/10 second left. All right, here's Bryant for 3. Now, the end of the first half. In the first half, the Lakers shot 54% from the field. They were 21 for 39. The 76ers 20 out of 41, just under 49%. Kobe Bryant had a hot hand, 10 for 16, 20 points, and Shaquille O'Neal with 18 points on 5 of 9 from the field and 8 of 9 at the line. Here's Kobe. Rebounded by Mutombo as Bryant hit the floor.
Mark, the Sixers need some plays with energy, something to get them excited. Right now, they're about a half step slow. Lakers beating them to all the quick balls. They need something to energize them.
Mutombo been hitting the outside shot. He's now 6 of 9. He has 14 points.
You can see what Larry Brown has done. He's got his defense all the way up the floor, trying to create some turnovers. Only 4 points off turnovers in the first half. For the Sixers, they only had 1 steal. That's uncharacteristic of what we've seen.
Larry Brown was telling us earlier he thought his team looked tired the other night. Lack of energy on the part of Allen Iverson. Kobe Bryant, 11 of 18. He has 22 points.
It looked like he was bottled up, and somehow he split the gap of 2 defenders. I think the Sixer fans thought he took the extra step.
Larry was telling us he thought McKee, Hill, and Iverson did not play with the usual gusto. But Mutombo has been an offensive force. 16 for Dikembe, and the Lakers now lead 57-49, and the light pressure continues on the part of the Sixers. Bryant. It's a rare, successful jumper for Horace over these first 3 games.
Well, he was 6 for 19 in the first two games. Started out tonight 0 of 2, so he was 6 of 21 before he hit that shot. It just sort of goes that everybody's making their shot today for the Lakers.
Iverson, yes.
Mark, they've hit 3 straight shots. They've got to get some stops now. You talked about it. The Lakers shot 54% in that first half. The Sixers cannot win this game if they don't get their defense set.
Shaq up the high post. Beautiful touch by Shaquille O'Neal. Moving to his right and then hitting on the run. And the Lakers up by 10. Did you have the idea that Shaq enjoyed that shot?
He looked over to me and said, "You haven't seen that one before, have you?"
Fox picks it off.
See, Aaron McKee taking 2 shots today. We talked about needing to look for offense. He took 17 in game 2. Today, only 2 in the first half.
O'Neal. Oh, he feels it. Beautiful touch. Doing it with the drop step. Doing it with fadeaways along the baseline. He now has 22. 22 apiece for Shaq and Kobe. And the Lakers lead by 12. Mutombo draws the double. Way off on the sweeping hook. All right, here's Kobe Bryant. It's a rare bad shot by Kobe. And Jones's save ends up in the hands of Derek Fisher. I don't mean shot selection was bad, but it was off by a pretty good margin just a moment ago. Here's Fisher, rejected by Mutombo. Iverson. The favorable hop. And a technical foul is called on Horace Bryant.
Well, you normally don't see Horace get too upset. I don't know exactly what happened, but he came roaring out of there to get that technical. Maybe this will get the Sixers excited. Something to get these fans back in the game. What's the end of the play here as Horace pushes Tyrone Hill in the back, and then Hill gets his arm up a little bit. There's a lot more that goes on with that. I think this Horace is just frustrated the fact he has not been playing that well. Iverson finally makes a free throw. Now, in game one, he was 7 of 7. Since that point in time, he's only attempted 4 free throws the rest of the series. That's why he's got to get to the foul line.
Yes, he went 0 for 4 at the line in game 2 on Friday night. Again, we see pressure on the part of the Sixers. Lakers now lead by 9. Roger Bell is getting set to check back in for the 76ers. Once again, it's Kobe off the mark. McKee getting the screen, finds Hill, and the ball knocked out of his hands. 76ers have 13 on the 24. Jermaine Jones will sit down, and Roger Bell checks in.
Well, Jermaine Jones has been struggling. Tyrone Hill has been struggling. So 2 of your 5 starters really haven't given you much. Larry Brown looking for somebody to give him a spark.
Iverson, yes. Allen Iverson has 21, and the Sixers are within 7.
How often have we said it? No matter how well the Lakers are playing, Philadelphia's right there behind them. Only 7 now. They are back in the game, and listen to this crowd.
Shot clock at 7. Grant lost it, and then able to recover. Down to 1 on the 24. Bryant. Here comes Iverson. He scored Philadelphia's last 7. And a foul is called. It's a block on Derek Fisher. Derek Fisher remaining on the floor with the 3. Mutombo is fouled by O'Neal. For Shaq, his second. There was one moment where Fox had the ball in the backcourt, and then with a smile as he looked over at the bench, quickly gave it up to Derek Fisher.
Well, you can see that's exactly what the Sixers want to have happen. They want him to have to handle the ball against pressure. The Lakers want Kobe to get down the floor so he doesn't have to dribble it so much.
7-0 run by the 76ers. They are within 5 points. The chant of defense from this crowd. A beautiful behind-the-back pass from Shaq, and then Shaw turned it over. Good initial pass from O'Neal, and then Brian Shaw coughed it up.
The Sixers are the kind of team, when they score, they play better defense. They get back, they get themselves set. That's what we've seen. Better offense, which led to better defense now in this little run.
Snow and Iverson in the backcourt. Mutombo, Hill, and Bell up front. Fisher going chest to chest with Iverson. Snow to the crossover. Snow. Rebound, O'Neal. Kobe following O'Neal behind the screen. That was close to a moving screen, but Kobe changed direction.
Like a running back following a lineman.
Grant gets It's inside. Nice lead by Shaw.
Well, that's why he's in the game, Marvin. It was a great call on your part. He's a better ball handler, a better passer. Right now with the Sixers picking up their defense, Phil wants him on the floor.
So the Lakers lead by 7, just under 6 remaining in the third. Iverson from downtown. And it will be Laker ball. The Sixers have outscored the Lakers 13-10 in the third quarter. Iverson and Mutombo combining for all 13. 5:40 to go. In the third, Lakers with the ball up by 7 points. Bryant trying to shake off McKee. And Kobe forced into a difficult shot. Good job by McKee. Here's Iverson taking it right at Fisher and then gave it up. Horace Grant there to apply the pressure. Bryant with Mutombo back. And a foul as Snow came over and got a piece of Kobe Bryant.
The Sixers so close. They played terrific defense on Kobe. He forced a shot, something we have not seen a whole lot of today. Got a little impatient. It looked like the Sixers had a layup. And Horace Grant gets back to defend it. Then here is the foul. As you see right across the hand, Eric Snow hits him. So instead of cutting it to 5, Kobe's trying to step back up there on that line and push this lead back to 9. When you're playing uphill, Marv, and you get an opportunity to score like that, you got to be able to finish off the play. That takes energy away from you.
Kobe Bryant with his first free throws of the game. He's missed his last 4 field goal attempts. An excellent foul shooter, 85% during the regular season. So the Lakers now have that 9-point lead, 67-58. Snow getting the step. Mutombo. Dikembe's become a jump shooter.
When you get in the lane, the Sixers drive. Here comes Shaq. And how many times have we seen Mutombo today step out and hit that little shot? That's why Geiger's so important. And when he got in foul trouble, it really hurt him.
What a pass from Shaq. Little backdoor one-hopper for Bryant, who will head back to the line.
Well, that's exactly what you do. When a team extends the defense, the center is so important to be able to step up and relieve the pressure. Kobe was being overplayed. That triggers Shaq to step forward, catch the ball as a pressure release. Watch this. Shaq steps up, catches it. Now Kobe, who's overplayed, has the free lane to the basket and gets fouled. That's textbook basketball on how to break pressure.
Foul committed by Mutombo, his second. 25 points for Kobe Bryant. Kobe has been hearing the taunts from his one-time hometown. Spent a lot of time here in the Philadelphia area. The son of Joe Jellybean Bryant played for the Philadelphia 76ers.
One of my teammates.
Yes. McKee had it knocked away by Bryant.
Aaron just didn't look like he's himself today. Marv, we've seen him so aggressive in this series. Again, he took 17 shots in game 2, but now he's got a sore shoulder. He's got that chip fracture in his ankle, banged his thumb early in the game. I just don't know how healthy he is, but if he can, he's got to start looking for his shot.
Aaron McKee wearing a removable soft cast on his foot. The chip fracture. Here's Snow. Snow able to get it back. Now they have a new shot clock. Bryant all over McKee and a foul. So for Kobe, that's his first. And for the Lakers, their 13th foul. The Sixers with 2.
Well, these guys have a nice little rivalry. Kobe in high school and Aaron McKee, a star at Temple. They saw each other a lot in the summer league. Kobe closes down on him, bangs him with his chest, and gets the foul.
Kobe used to come around and scrimmage with Aaron McKee and Eddie Jones over at Temple University. Here's McKee, rejected by O'Neal. Shot clock down at 2. The extra pass costing the 76ers. It's a 24-second violation.
Well, Larry Brown just looks on and said, what am I going to do to get us a basket? Shaq is just waiting back in the lane, and although Mutombo has hit some jumpers, Shaq says, you know what, I'm not going to let these guards penetrate in here and get the easy baskets. I'll live with Mutombo's jumper.
Just under 4 remaining in the third. The Lakers up by 9. They have led most of the way. Shaq forced outside, but he's been hitting from all angles. Tyrone Hill with that uncontested rebound. Sixers got off to the good start here in the third, but in the midst of a drought, foul is called on Fisher.
Heartbreaking loss to the snapper.
Yes. I think Barron will recover. Baron Davis, who really picked it up this season, came out of the playoffs. 3.5 remaining in this third quarter. And the Lakers lead the Sixers by 9. Mutombo. It's been a very busy couple of days of sports activity for former President Bill Clinton, who was at the French Open in Paris. Belmont Stakes, taking in the NBA Finals.
I think he wants my job.
There will be an opening. And a foul is called on O'Neal. That's his third.
Shaquille O'Neal goes in with a little jump hook. Felt like he was hit on the arm by Tyrone Hill, and then over the back gets the offensive foul. Watch here as Hill reaches in, gets him on the elbow, but you know what? There's been a lot of contact on a lot of plays. Today, you just got to play on. Iverson's been hit going to the basket as well as some of the other Sixers, so it's a game where it evens itself out.
And the Lakers over the foul limit, so Mutombo to the foul line. He's 4 of 6 at the line. Wednesday night at 9 Eastern, 6 on the West Coast. The NBA Finals will continue. Game 4 between the Lakers and the Sixers, plus a special live performance at halftime by Grammy Award-winning Destiny's Child. That's the Lakers and Sixers, Game 4 of the NBA Finals Series. Wednesday night at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, right here on NBC. Teron Lue has come on, replacing the foul play Derek Fisher, who a moment ago picked up number 4. O'Neal battling his way. Offensive foul. Whoa. That's 4 on Shaq. So Shaquille, who was in foul trouble down the stretch in the fourth quarter, which nearly cost the Lakers, has 4 with lots of time remaining.
Now do you go to Dikembe real quickly, maybe get his 5th? Try to get that foul if you could. That would really change this game.
Iverson. Good box out by Bryant. That had it knocked away. And a foul is called. Foul on Tyrone Hill. Called for the hold on Horace Grant.
This is a great call by Bob Delaney. To watch, he just takes the ball and shoves it right in Mutombo's face and rocks him back. That's how strong he is. I mean, he can take the ball with 2 hands and just almost bury it right through your chest.
That's a genuine facial.
That is a facial, yes. And once again, the 76ers settled for the quick outside jump shot. Shaq's got a foul. Drive that ball in there. Put the onus on the official to blow the whistle.
2:20 remaining in the third quarter. Kobe Bryant. He's been off here in the third. O'Neal. Little change-up by Shaq, who has 24. It started out as a power move, and then he turned it into finesse. Lakers up by 10. McKee, he's been off. Grant able to take it out of the hands of Mutombo.
Yeah, it's too bad Aaron's just not himself today, Marv. You can see it. He doesn't have that spring off the floor. Does not have his timing at all on the offensive end. Those injuries are taking its toll.
Bryant met by Hill. Kobe off the spin. He thought he was fouled. Kept alive by Grant. Rebounded by Mutombo. McKee pushing it down. Here's McKee accelerating. Yes! And the foul.
That's a great play by Aaron McKee. He realizes that Shaq is on the other end of the floor. It's Horace Grant. He's back. He's not a shot blocker. Drive that ball in there and get to that free throw line. Again, here's Horace Grant. Jump right in his chest. Do the little fadeaway. Now, if he can make this three-point play, it's a 7-point game. Minute 24 to go. Bill Jackson's going to bring in Robert Horry. See who's going to take out. He's going to take out Shaq or Horace Grant. He's going to take out Shaq with the foul. So now, if you are the 76ers, you have to figure that Kobe Bryant is going to be the guy that's going to try to score here. You got to lock into him and make somebody else try to score here as you end this period with Shaq sitting down.
7-point lead for the Lakers. Once again, pressure being shown by the 76ers. A minute 15 to go in the third. Snow cheating over to help on Bryant. Here's Kobe. Back comes Iverson, bothered by Lou. Iverson rejected by Ori. Snow gets inside. Snow is on it again, and a foul.
Now this is Philadelphia energy. They finally have got some.
Oh, the crowd wanted a technical as Robert Ori slammed the ball, and the official's been very compassionate, not teeing him up.
Well, Kobe goes hard to the basket. There was Mutombo. Without Shaquille O'Neal in the game, he will come over and give more help. See, Kobe was upset, felt like he got hit on the arm, which he did, but you know what? Snow came down the other end and got hit also. So right now, if you go to the basket, you can't be looking over your shoulder for the foul. You better go in there strong. Nothing easy.
Eric Snow, 3 out of 4 at the line. He has 11 points. He's played well. He has lifted the Sixers here in the third. Now Tom McCullough, who did a solid job the other night in game 2, coming on for the first time, and Dikembe Mutombo hearing it from the crowd. 21 points, 9 rebounds from Mutombo. So Larry Brown will rest Dikembe for the final 55 seconds of this third quarter. We'll see how he plays it at the start of the fourth with Shaq sitting down.
Now, Phil Jackson told Jim Gray before the game, I'm not worried about the defensive pressure early. I'm worried about it late. Let's see how the Lakers handle it now. As the crowd is into the game, they're starting to turn it up.
Sixers an excellent pressing team. Lou being trapped. Timeout taken by the Lakers, who were in trouble. 21 points, 9 rebounds. Allen Iverson is 10 of 23. He has 21 points. Here's the pressure on Bryant. Roger Bell right up on Kobe Bryant. And the foul is called, a block on Bell. The Sixers committing their 4th team foul.
That's a good aggressive play there. Roger Bell not only fouling, but he's blowing bubbles. So
that's talent.
Roger Bell's doing it all here.
Shot clock at 10 now. Shaw able to recover. Here's Lou firing one. And last touch by the 76ers.
Philly's starting to get that frenetic look once again. They want to make this game ragged. First half, the Lakers were in a rhythm. Now they're starting to come disjointed a little bit. That's exactly what Philly wants, Marv.
Lakers have 3 on the shot clock. 27 seconds to go. Third quarter.
You can't let Kobe Bryant catch the basketball. So whatever you're doing here, double team him, make somebody else get it.
All right, here's Bryant, able to unleash. Yes! Oh, sensational shot by Kobe Bryant. Lakers say, why not a 3? Robert Ori appealing to the official, Bob Delaney, but they say his foot was on the line.
I say, why not run 2 guys at him here and make him pass it? I mean, that's a tough shot, but still, you can't let him get the ball.
And as you saw, the foot was clearly on the line, and the Lakers now lead 73-66. 76ers will hold for a final shot on this third quarter. Iverson working it down. 5 seconds remaining. Here's the double as Grant comes over to help. Iverson has to give it up. Snow.
The longer the Lakers can stay in this lead and be in control, the more minutes that Phil can buy for him to come in to finish this game.
But we have seen a difference in the jump shooting talents of people like Kobe Bryant and Derek Fisher, who were off potentially in that first game. Iverson, and on the back tap, Iverson able to keep it alive. Here's Iverson with the step. Iverson beating a couple of Lakers and draws the foul. So Iverson, foul of the act, will shoot 2. Foul on Ori, his second.
Well, Marvy, talking about perimeter players, and Iverson is going to continue to keep the pressure on. Now, remember in game 2, the Lakers got in the penalty early in the fourth quarter. The 76ers shot 16 free throws. They only made 6 of them, but getting to the line so important. I'm sure Phil Jackson's going to talk to his team about committing too many fouls so early, but I thought that Kobe in game 1 was out of rhythm. He and Fisher, I think that perimeter players suffer more with time off because they lose timing. A guy like Shaq gets the rest. He's such a power package. It doesn't affect him as much as it does perimeter guys.
As a result, Shaquille had a very strong opening game. Kobe shot just 7 for 22 and then bounced back in game 2. Here's Lou. Rebounded by McKee. Protects the dribble. Snow. And McKee has a tough pass to handle. And it does slow the break. So they have to regroup. Hill has been quiet. Goes on. Picks the move on Bryant. Tyrone Hill with his first field goal.
And as dominant as the Lakers have been, we have a 3-point game.
Lakers 73. The Sixers 70. Phil Jackson will have to make the decision as to when he brings back Shaquille O'Neal. Kobe takes to the rim. Horace Grant with a good job. Here's Horry for 3. Yes.
Oh, Robert Horry. How often have we seen him? But again, Marv, offensive rebound. Kobe drove in there. 3 guys go to him, and they cannot secure the defensive rebound.
Second from downtown for Horry. McKee. Here's Hill. And they get the new 24. Tyrone Hill very active here in the fourth quarter. A bit too active, called for the offensive foul.
Well, he was so excited because Shaquille is out of the game, thinking he can go to work inside. Let's watch his left arm to see if he hooks him. Right there, when you get that shoulder and arm up, they're going to call you for the foul. That's called giving it an advantage with that off arm. They'll let you keep it to your side, Mark, but once you get it away from your body, that's a red flag, and the officials see that all the time.
That's 4 on Hill. Dikembe Mutombo is back. Raja Bell checks back in. Phil Jackson staying with Tyronn Lue at the point. He has Brian Shaw at the other guard. Shaquille O'Neal is back on the floor. Up front with Robert Horry and Kobe Bryant. Shaq playing with the 4 fouls. Raja Bell with the rebound. Iverson working on Lou for 3. And last touch by the Sixers.
You know, we talked to Larry Brown before the game, and he told Allen Iverson, he said, I'd like to see you drive that thing in there a little more, put a little more pressure on him. He says, Coach, I can hit the 3. And he said, you know, I know you can, but I still like to see you drive it in there a little bit more.
The other point that Larry Brown made, that the fact that Allen Iverson is so overwhelmingly right-handed. Roger Bell! And they're overplaying Iverson for the right hand, but he does not look to take advantage, does not switch up.
Right.
76-72 Lakers. 3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. Bryant met on the switch, and then away from the ball, the foul on Bell, hooking up with Horry.
Eric Snow does a beautiful job. You throw that ball, just thread it right around the defender's foot. He cannot get the hand down into the passing lane. Alonzo Mourning likes that pass. Patrick Ewing likes it. They got a 4-point game here. I think these guys are excited.
It's the traveling Georgetown Caravan. 3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. Horry taking to the rim. Robert Horry. Looks like he may have pulled something in the process. That's the Robert Horry of several years back.
The one that we saw when he played for the Rockets and against Orlando in the finals.
Iverson finding Hill, who blows the stuff. 78-72 Lakers. O'Neal off the fake. O'Neal on the putback.
See, it's hard for Dikembe to make that second effort. Shaquille is so much quicker with his second jump, so Dikembe did a nice job. He just couldn't get to the second effort, and Shaq just beat him to the basketball.
So unusual to see a man 7-1 be able to go up on a second and sometimes a third time. Here's Hill, who's really, he is hurting the Sixers here. Tyrone Hill has had a very difficult series. Missed the layup a moment ago. And nice play by Bell. Iverson sweeping and fouled by Shaw. Tyrone Hill upset with himself.
Well, Tyrone Hill went for the steal, and he opened up the play for Ori. And when you're going to go in to play against Mutombo, you have got to go in strong and finish it. Now, Tyrone Hill is just so anxious right now. He's trying so hard. He misses the dunk off the back of the rim, and then Shaq comes back. Now watch his second effort. The shot goes up. Dikembe out of the picture. There is Shaq. One more jump and the dunk before Dikembe could react to it. Marv, it's a great call on your part. How many big guys with that kind of power and size can get that second jump that quickly?
Eric Snow now checks in, replacing Tyrone Hill.
Now this is what the Sixers did in game one. When they won the game, they went to a small lineup. You see Larry Brown trying to encourage Tyrone Hill. But look at the lineup out there now. Basically 4 perimeter players and Dikembe Mutombo. That means one thing. You better rebound the basketball. The Lakers are an excellent offensive rebounding team.
Aaron Fisher playing with the 4 fouls, as is Shaquille O'Neal. 7.5 remaining in this fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Bryant is fouled by Bell.
Everything was good except the foul. You don't want to foul a jump shooter. He was taking a very difficult shot. Raja Bell got up, and instead of just keeping his hand up there, brought his hand through and hit Kobe on the arm. Watch this now, Marv. He squares him up nicely. He's right in front of him. That's great defense. And then he brings the arm down. Keep that arm up. Make him take a tough shot, and don't put him on the line.
Bryant 4 for 4 at the line. Well, following the game on most of these NBC stations, stay tuned for Weakest Link. And for those of you who would like to continue with the NBA Finals, we will have a post-game special on CNBC that'll be immediately following our telecast. The entire crew will recount the game with highlights, live press conference interviews, plus guests from the Lakers and the Sixers. Look back at tonight's game, the NBA Finals post-game special on CNBC. Iverson for 3. So Iverson now has 27, and the Lakers under pressure turn it on.
This is what Phil Jackson was worried about. Pressure late in the game. Remember now, they had 8 turnovers in the fourth quarter of game 2 to give themselves a chance to win the game. Problem is they missed 10 free throws that really cost them.
Timeout is called.
We'll see if we see him here in the last 5 or 6 minutes for stability if the Lakers, start making turnovers.
Ron Harper did not play in game 1. He played 7 minutes, played well. Very important player in the victory in game 2 on Friday night. Has not seen any action thus far this evening. Offensive foul on Iverson, who has to be careful. He already has 1 technical.
Well, Danny Crawford does a good job there and runs away from him, understanding Iverson does have the tee. But here, look at him. He's over on that right hand. You talk about he's got to force him to go left, and Iverson cannot turn that corner. Very fortunate. In a regular season game, he'd have probably got a technical. They would have viewed that as sort of showing up the official, but not today. They're not going to eject him on that, Mark.
First foul called on Iverson. 6.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Kobe Bryant. And off the rebound by Roger Bell. A foul against the Lakers. It is number 5 on Shaquille O'Neal.
Now, the 76ers have a small lineup on the floor. Does Phil Jackson take Shaq out of the game? Remember, second shots, you got a defensive rebound. Shaq just walked Mutombo underneath the basket. 5 fouls, go right at him here. Maybe Mutombo can foul him out.
Do you stay with Shaq at this point?
I would get him out right now. You're going to need him the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game.
Iverson kicks it out. Here's Bell, rejected by O'Neal, and it will be Sixer ball with 5 on the 24.
Now, one of the things Phil always does during the regular season, he lets his star players play with fouls for moments like this so they know how to play aggressively in foul trouble.
4th block shot for Shaq, who had 8 on Friday. Shot clock running down. McKee, rebounded by O'Neal. So the Lakers back in possession. They lead by 6. Just under 6 remaining in the fourth. Single coverage on O'Neal. Now Snow comes over. Shaw had it poked away. McKee pushing it. McKee has it slapped away by Orr. Good play by Robert Orr.
This is one of the roughest games I've seen, Marv, this year. There's a lot of contact that they're letting go. Guys going to the basket, guys getting hit. Normally these are fouls. Today we're seeing a play-on kind of thing. That is good hands there by Robert Horry, but there's been a lot of contact today on drives to the basket. That's on both sides.
Iverson working his way and draws the foul. He gets the call on the continuation as Derek Fisher has picked up his 5th foul.
That's why you don't want him shooting just three-point shots or long jump shots. Put the pressure on the defense. Watch his hop step and over the top of Shaq, who has 5 fouls. He kisses it off the glass. Amazingly, the 76ers, if Iverson hits his free throw, are within 1 possession. They'd be down 3 points.
Iverson not able to complete the 3-point play. So the Lakers lead by 4. They've led by as many as 13. Shaq getting down deep. And Shaquille has to be very careful. It is so easy to pick up number 6 with an offensive foul working on Mutombo.
I agree with that. He can't get that left arm away from his body.
Lakers with an 84-78 advantage. Snow gets the step, draws the foul. Nice fake. Brian Shaw picks it up.
See, the crowd is wanting Shaq to get this foul, but this is a foul on Brian Shaw. There's no doubt about this. Watch the pump fake and watch Brian Shaw, right? Oh.
I think Shaw got him.
Shaw got him from behind. With that replay, let's see here if we can get a better look here, Mark, to see if maybe Shaw's foul came first. Iverson sets the screen on Shaq. From that one replay, it looked like Shaq got him on the arm. Question was, did Shaw get him from behind first? It was hard to tell.
Well, the Lakers are over the foul limit. Here's another look at it. There's Shaw from behind, but
that is.
I thought in watching it in live action, it looked like Shaw.
I thought so as well. Sometimes that camera can get a little tricky there with the angle.
4-point Laker lead. 5 minutes remaining in the fourth, and that is a holding foul on Snow. That's a non-shooting foul. The Sixers with their 3rd team foul. 3 on Snow.
See how important it is, though, for the Sixers to get to the free throw line, Marv. They're starting to get there now. They had not done it the entire game, and they're allowed to pick up their defense now. It's causing the Lakers all kinds of problems. Look at the free throws in this half, 15. Remember, in the first half, they shot only 7.
Nice fake by Fisher. Good save by Iverson. The 76ers going with the small lineup and doing the job successfully. They've cut from 13 down. They're within 4. Iverson for 3. Mutombo! And Shaquille O'Neal thought that he was taken down. It's a 2-point game. As you say, they're letting everything go.
A lot of contact right now.
The chant of defense as we come up on 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. Kobe stopped by Bell. Here comes Iverson. Roger Bell with the strip. And now Iverson pulls it back.
A 3 gives them the lead.
Iverson. Now Bell. Once again, they reset. Shot clock. And a 6. And McKee gunning from downtown, looking for the lead, but not able to hit.
Question is, when you go inside the Shaq now, do you take fouls? The other night they chose to double team and gave up the 3.
O'Neal with the drop step. Rebounded by Bell.
Shaq's tired. Marv, he's tired.
Nice play by Orley to knock it away from Snow. Here's Shaq trying to set it up for Fisher and deflected out by Iverson.
I think Phil needs a timeout, or he does not like to take timeouts, but his team now starting to come apart, and this was his worst nightmare. Marv, these next 3 minutes might decide how long these next 3 days are for LA and Philly.
Shaquille O'Neal playing with 5 fouls. Derek Fisher playing with 5. Kobe not able to hit, but Shaq puts it down. Kobe Bryant is 2 of his last 15 following the stunning first half. The Lakers now lead 86-82. Lakers led by 9 with 7.5 to play. Iverson with the step and held by Fisher. Lakers over the foul limit. Phil Jackson told to sit down by the official Bennett Salvatore. So Derek Fisher has fouled out.
Does he go to Ron Harper here, who's been on the bench the entire day? Kobe goes inside. Now, even though he doesn't score, Mutombo has to come over, and there's the offensive rebound for Shaq. A lot like when Iverson penetrates and the defense comes over and they live off second shots, but Fisher has fouled out of the game.
And it looks like Phil is going with Tyronn Lue. Harper has not played at all tonight.
It would be very difficult for Ron Harper to come in right now cold. He's been injured. He has not played a whole lot. And so Phil is going to go to Tyronn Lue, who has played earlier in the game, and Iverson goes to the line. That's why it's so important here for the Sixers to get to the penalty so early. These are 3 points they've got to have.
Lue has played 15 minutes as he checks in. Reminder, following the game, most of these NBC stations will carry Weakest Link. And for those of you who would like to continue with the NBA Finals, we'll have our post-game special on CNBC immediately following this telecast. It's a 2-point game. Lue handling against Iverson.
Kobe wants that ball.
Coming up on 2.5 remaining of the 4. And Shaq foul from behind by Dikembe Mutombo. That's 3 on Dikembe.
Now, Shaq was 8 for 9 in the first half at the foul line. He has not shot a free throw in the second half. That could come into play as Mutombo comes over the top. But Shaq has not shot 1 free throw the entire second half after being 8 of 9. So we'll see what happens here, Marv.
Non-shooting foul, 14 foul. Next one puts the Lakers in the penalty. Shot clock down to 4. Iverson over the top. Shot with a power ball, but he's fouled out. Offensive foul.
Shaq tries to spin away from the double team, and he just powers himself through Mutombo for his 6th foul. This is what Phil Jackson was concerned about before the game. He actually hit Mutombo in the mouth. Mutombo's just falling out of the play, and Shaq turns around and goes right back through him, going away from the double team. Well, you know what? The 76ers have a wonderful opportunity now, Mark. Shaq is out. You know, Kobe's going to try to carry their team. They're down 2. They're in the penalty shooting free throws. If they're ever going to win a game today on their home floor, this is the day to get with Shaq out of the game.
Rick Fox comes on for Shaquille O'Neal, who departs with 30 points, 12 rebounds, 4 block shots in 41 minutes. Sixers down by 2. Coming up on 2 minutes in the 4th. Iverson is fouled.
See, no shot blocker in there now. Don't shoot any three-pointers or no jump shots, Mark. You got one thing on your mind. Lower your shoulder and get that ball to the basket. And that's what Iverson's going to do here. He's got Lue, force him left. There's no Shaquille O'Neal in there anymore. Go right to the front of that rim.
Fox on the foul, his second. Iverson, 6 of 8 at the line.
Mark, he gets excited. He doesn't stay on that line. He's got to keep himself on the line. He was backing up as he shot that. He's so hyper right now. He's got to take a deep breath and gather himself here. He's dancing around at that foul line.
Allen Iverson during the regular season. Solid free throw shooter, 81%. Here's the pressure by the Sixers. They just did get it in, and then it's deflected out by Iverson.
The defensive pressure has been turned up. The Lakers were in a rhythm in the first half. They had 55 points. They shot 54%. Everything was going their way. They have 31 points this half.
And now Phil Jackson will call upon the veteran Ron Harper, who has not played at all this evening. Harper will come on. The Lakers hoping that he will be able to calm things down. Here's Fox with the step, and he's fouled by Mutombo. Nice move by Rick Fox. So he's headed to the line. The 76ers are now over the foul limit. Mutombo collects his fourth. And now Harper being called back. The timeout situation, Lakers with 2 left. 76ers have 2 and a 20. Rick Fox, a 78% free throw shooter. He had that outstanding game 1. He has not been a factor tonight and in game 2.
Well, he didn't hit anything but the bottom of the net there. Marv, it's always interesting to watch guys under pressure. They get to the free throw line, they start grabbing their shoulders, they wipe their hands off, they start getting all this extraneous movement. You've got to be able to step up there and trust your routine, and he only got 1 of 2.
The Laker lead is 2. A minute 50 remaining in this fourth quarter. The series tied at 1. This is game 3 of the NBA Finals. Iverson trying to feed Bell, and it's taken over by Fox. So the Sixers turn it over, and a 20-second timeout is called. 76ers trying to slap the ball out of the hands of Rick Fox. It is Laker ball, and they lead 87-85.
Well, Larry Brown has gone small to match up with the Lakers, who have gone small. Remember, now rebound the basketball is going to be critical. Question is, who on the Lakers wants the basketball right now other than Kobe? Who is going to come and make a play if they keep the ball out of Kobe's hands? You cannot run away from the ball if you're the Lakers and force Kobe to try to do everything here, Marv.
And Kobe, 2 for his last 15, being defended by Raja Bell. Bryant checking the clock. Once again, you see the contact by both players. Here's Kobe to the rim with the runner. Kobe Bryant with a clutch shot, and the Lakers lead 89-85.
See, great players don't know that they've just missed 2 out of their last, just made 2 of their last 15 shots. Don't even think about that.
Eric Snow setting it. Iverson beating Lou. Iverson for Bell. Rebounded. It counts in the foul. Kevin Allen, who had checked in following the timeout, playing for the first time tonight with the field goal, and he's headed to the line.
Now Kobe Bryant with a spectacular drive, slices through 3 defenders, jumps off the wrong foot, and then the 76ers just won't go away. The offensive rebound by Kevin Ollie. Right now, the 76ers look like they're in the CBA, the 6'4" and under league out there.
Kevin Ollie with a 3-point play. Kevin Ollie in his 5th year out of the University of Connecticut, getting his first playing time, able to convert on a 3-pointer, and the Sixers are within 1 with just under 1 minute remaining. Fourth quarter. So they get the ball out of Kobe Bryant's hands, but Robert Ory hits from downtown and then has something to say to fans in the crowd. That's his 3rd 3, and the Lakers lead by 4. Ollie inbounds. Iverson beating Lou on the overplay. Not able to hit from downtown and knocked out of bounds by Bryant. So it will be Sixer ball. 36 seconds to go in this fourth quarter, and Philadelphia has a new 24. And Phil Jackson upset.
Now the Sixers want to get a quick shot here. That's why Larry Brown's going to call timeout. With 36 seconds to go.
Snow will throw in. Bell shoots the 3. And deflected out of bounds. Iverson thought he was fouled. last touched by the Lakers with 29 seconds left in regulation.
The confidence of Raja Bell to shoot
Wow.
that three. Man.
Remember, though, he's thinking back in game 1, he passed up on a shot, and he regretted it. And Larry Brown said he should have taken it. It was an outside shot. Here's Iverson, not able to hit, but a foul is called on Lou, and it's a three-point attempt, so Allen Iverson to the line to shoot three.
Now what happens, look at, there's a 3.6 differential. If he makes all three of these, it's a one-point game, and if you're Larry Brown, you have to decide, do you want to take the risk of being able to stop them, or do you take a foul? If you do even 2 free throws, you're down only 3, so that's a huge foul if you can make all 3 of these free throws. I think that was Iverson's 30th shot of the game, too. Will that be prophetic?
34 points for Iverson, who is now 9 for 12 at the line. It's a one-point game. Iverson hits all 3 off the foul by Lou on the attempted three-pointer. 27 and 6/10 seconds to go in this fourth quarter, and here's the pressure on Bryant. Ori gets it up court, and a foul. So Ori will go to the line.
That's a good foul right there. You get the ball out of Kobe's hands. Now you force Robert Ori to go to the free throw line. Got to make them both. If he does, you're still down only 3. If he splits them, you're down 2. And if he misses them both, you got the ball with a chance to win. You haven't led since 27 to 25. Imagine if the Sixers steal this game. The last time they led Maul was at the 1-minute mark of the second quarter.
Dikembe Mutombo has checked back in. Ori, a 71% free throw shooter during the regular season and receiving the treatment from the crowd. He is a very cool player under pressure.
Yes, he is. I remember the big 3, and now this would be a huge 5 points. Remember now, Shaquille O'Neal is fouled out, so if the Sixers can get this in overtime, you would have to think it would be their advantage.
Lakers up by 2. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining. Ori calmly hits both, and Larry Brown using his final timeout. See the three-point shooting by the Sixers. They're just 6 of 18 from the field overall here in the fourth. Allen Iverson has been the man, as you'd expect, with 14 of his 35 here in the fourth quarter. Both teams are over the foul limit. Iverson, played by Lou, taking it to the bucket. The tip knocked away inadvertently by Jones, and now foul.
That was a great defensive play by Kobe Bryant. He's the one that came over and changed that shot. He's a second-team all-league defender. Last year, the youngest player ever to make the all-defensive team. We talk about his offense. This could be a game-saving play. Now, watch the penetration. There's no Shaq, but watch Kobe come over and change this shot. Makes it a difficult shot. Now, Iverson gets knocked down after the play. And watch Kobe. Just keep your eye on Kobe. He's not worried about Raja Bell. He comes over. Robert Ori comes over, and who ends up with the rebound? That cool customer, Robert Ori, who's hit 5 big points here in the fourth period. Can he seal the deal here with 2 free throws?
Foul on Snow. And Robert Ori, as we mentioned, a 71% free throw shooter during the regular season, has that stroke going. And the Lakers now 21 of 24 at the line. 14 points for Ori. The Lakers open up a 4-point lead. The Sixers have used all their timeouts. They have to play it out with 9 and 5/10 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So Ori hits on both 96, 91. Iverson racing down. Iverson kicks it out. Snow for 3. And that will wrap it. The Los Angeles Lakers able to come away with a victory here in Game 3.